So now I wanted to just talk about the ports and the excursions and what we did this trip. We are now on day 6 and we are at sea for the next 2 days before we get back to Port Canaveral. In Nassau, we decided to get off the ship and just kind of do our own thing, and we did that. I think that's an easy port to do that because you can walk to a lot of things. So we just did a little bit of shopping, walked to a straw market, and then went to Señor Frog's and had a couple drinks there, and it was an easy walk back to the ship. And then when we got to St. Thomas, we decided to do an excursion that we booked independently of Royal Caribbean. So it was not a Royal Caribbean excursion, it was one that we had booked through Sunny List and Tours. And we just wanted the experience of doing something outside of the cruise line to see how that would be compared to doing a tour for the cruise line. So that on that tour we did, we went up to the top of the mountain, and we went to it's like a big gift shop, and it was where supposedly the first banana daiquiri was made. So they had those there, and a nice lookout over there. It was very, lots of music and very festive. So a lot of party music all the way up. I think they wanted to take your mind off the rather windy road it was on the way up to the mountain. And but not a lot of information as far as like you would expect on a tour. So it was more like a fun tour. And then after that was going to be a beach break, and you could choose which beach you wanted them to send you to. But we wanted to go to Magens Bay, but we had so many showers through that day. It was like on, off, shower, stop, shower, stop. By the time we got to Magens Bay, the weather wasn't really that great, so we decided not to. And so we kind of skipped that and then went back to the port. So that was, like I said, we had some time downtown shopping, and then we did the party bus tour, for lack of a better word. So it was good. I wouldn't say anything bad about that. You have to just remember that when you're booking a tour that's not with the cruise line, that you're going to have to get to the meeting point. It's not going to be as soon as you get off the ship, they're waiting there for you, because they're not allowed to be right there at the port, right at the port where the cruise line would have you meet. So you have to be aware of that. So it might be some walking involved. I do know that it depends on the port. We didn't really have a lot of walking to do, to get there. It was just outside of where we were. But I do know, I had, heard some people had done a tour in Cozumel, and it was a little bit different. You had to walk a lot further. So keep in mind the ability to walk for the people that are in your party when you're making these decisions. Yeah, you can save a few bucks, but you're probably gonna have to walk a little more to the meeting point, and then again walk back. So that was good. We enjoyed it, and I wouldn't hesitate to do it again. And then in St. Martin, we did a Royal Caribbean excursion, and we did it was about a 2.5 hour sightseeing tour, which I thought was wonderful. It was really great. It was very well organized, especially for a ship this size. You don't know how many people are going to be on it. I would say maybe 40 people on our bus, nice air-conditioned bus, and we went around. We went French side and Dutch side on the island, and we did had the guide, had the driver, lots and lots and lots of information. Made some stops for pictures, made some stops for shopping, and when you go to the French side of the island, I believe it was in Marigot Bay, there's this great little French pastry shop. Don't miss it. If you've never had a French pastry, you need to have one. They're very light. They're not like the pastries that we have here.
We forgot the name of it.
I don't remember the name of it. I don't. But that was good, and we really, really enjoyed that tour. Again, we had the option to be dropped off downtown and then make our way back, or go back to the port. We just went back to the port because we were kind of a little shopped out, and we were just ready to just relax. So overall,
Added some drinks.
what? Oh, well. Yeah, Mike's behind the camera reminding me that that at the port in St. Martin, we had 2 beers for $5. So I really don't know where else you can get that in the world anymore, but that was great. So it was nice to sit there and have a couple drinks before we got back on the ship. And you just can't beat the price. Aside from that, I wouldn't hesitate to do the tours any different way than what we did. But I would just say, keep in mind that now the Sunny Liston tours, there was a guarantee with that tour. They guarantee to get you back to the ship. To me, that's really important, because what if they get a flat tire? Again, when you're venturing out on your own, it's the same thing. You don't know if, somebody's going to, if you're going to be out in a taxi or whatever. There's no guarantee to get you back. With the cruise line excursions, they guarantee to get you back, or they're going to hold the ship for your, return, because they're in constant contact with the cruise line. So just do your research. You can definitely save a little bit doing it independently, but sometimes, you have to really read in depth what you're getting, because that's what's more important, is the experience that you're looking for, versus what you're going to get. And that's pretty much it for our port excursions. Thanks for watching our vlog, and God bless.